Welcome back to Beer Brackets, everybody. This is a big deal for us for a couple of reasons. One being, Alessandro, you've never tried this beer out of a can before, right? Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale.
You are absolutely correct, my friend. I only had it on tap.
I know your beer history. Probably the original, one of the OGs, if not the OG, nitro cream ale from Kilkenny, Ireland, originally. I brought him down to Count, Florida from Canada. Somehow, man, you've held off on drinking that, on cracking that open all this time, and I applaud you for that. Beer applause.
Thank you, my friend.
For resisting.
I was tempted, but I hid it. I hid it in the beer cellar so I wouldn't be tempted. It was just on the rare occasion, when I had to go in the beer cellar that I would get like,
you would see it. Two Irish nitro beers with massive distribution that have been around for quite some time. Obviously, the world-renowned Guinness Draught. We put it together with our 5 different review categories and pit them head-to-head for aroma, taste, mouthfeel, finish, and overall beer experience. Assign a point for each one, and the beer with the most points at the end out of 10 is the victor. And what's really interesting about this is that you might have a preconceived notion coming into it, thinking that, I prefer that one over the other. I like it better. But when you break it down category by category, sometimes there are beer surprises.
That's right. It's a beer meditation and requires, attention and focus.
It's been a while
to really
since I've
dissect
done a good beer
the
meditation.
beer. Yeah, but it's important.
I love it. I love it when you bring up beer meditation and you remind me, because it just reminds me to take deep breaths and be in the moment with the beer. Another beer surprise, another little twist. If you saw our episode on strapping this beer foamer off Amazon to the top of a Guinness Draught can to see what happens, we're going to be doing that again because we think it produces just a better quality version of canned Guinness Draught, a little bit closer to what you get on tap. Kind of approximates what you get off the Guinness Nitro Surge, which isn't available in North America. But we're also going to try it with Kilkenny, and we're going to see what we get from that. So we're going to give them both the equal foamer treatment, hopefully getting a little bit closer to the draft experience for both, getting a nice creamy thick head, a nice surge and flow going through them to make them as good as they can be, as beer beautiful as they could be. Do you want to start with one in particular? Do you want to start with the Kilkenny?
Let's do the Kilkenny, my friend. I've been intrigued by this beer.
All right, so the way these beer foamers work, crack the can, the widget goes off, strap on the beer foamer, turn it on.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
It's milky.
Look at that milky white surge.
I'm going to have to stop.
Yeah, I'm going to stop too. Okay.
It's completely
like a glass
white.
of milk.
It's a glass of milk.
So when we did the Guinness the first time, it didn't have this much of an effect. It had a crazy... Oh, look at that surge.
Isn't that awesome, man? Look at this. Look at this.
It is beautiful. Wow. Pop the cap off. Switch over to the Guinness. Don't explode. Turn it on. Beer foam.
Look at this.
Whoa. Beautiful. This is so much fun. What a good idea. Look at this. Look at these two beautiful surging nitro beers here.
This is more chocolate milk.
You see the Kilkenny has a nice amber hue to it that'll come through a little bit more the more that the beer settles down. And the Guinness, of course, like that surge is still going. Beautiful goodness there. All right, buddy. Aroma cheers. Let's get this battle started. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, wow.
That Kilkenny head, I don't know about yours, not a single bubble in it.
No, it's
as smooth as milk.
It's a flat surface. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
Pure
on it.
flat surface, just cream. Oh my God, I want to get to the taste as quickly as possible
Ooh. Oh, this is tough, man. Like, this is really tough. They're very different, of course. Like the main difference being the Guinness has those roasted, dark, rich aromas, while the Kilkenny has this beautiful malt. It's sweet, but it's very pleasant. It has like hints of bread, crackers. You get that nice hop presence right at
absolutely.
the edge. I'm gonna have to go with Guinness, man. Like it just
You going
like
to Guinness?
yeah, it's hard to beat for me. It calls my name.
Yeah.
What do you think, my friend?
Yeah, totally. I think Kilkenny was never about the aroma. It's not about that at all. I found the aroma was always a little bit muted. It's nice, a little bit of maltiness there. Like more hop comes through than on the Guinness. Guinness is just that signature dark roastiness. You even get like that signature Guinness yeast that you can detect on there too on the aroma. It's one of the most appealing parts about a Guinness for me is that perfectly subtle but rich aroma. It's going to Guinness too. So 2-0 for Guinness. Cheers, buddy. Should we start with the Kilkenny first since you haven't had one in a really long time?
Let's do it. I'm excited, man. This is awesome. Thank you so much again for bringing this all the way down.
My pleasure, man. I'm so happy to watch you take a sip of Kilkenny for the first time in years here. So let's go.
Thank you, my friend. That's good. I haven't had that in a long time. So refreshing.
Very refreshing, right?
Man, I gotta say, so far, my friend, like the Kilkenny experience is as close to the tap as I remember. Clearly, again, like the same elements from the aroma, like are reflecting a little bit on the taste, a little amplified. I do think Kilkenny is very subtle.
Yeah,
which
very
makes it probably also very appealing for that reason. Like makes it very sessionable, crushable, whatever word you would like to use there. Guinness is easy drinking as well, but in comparison has like more flavors, like so especially the roasted character. Those are both amazing beers, like really, really well done, easy drinking. All the taste is where it needs to be. It comes down to personal preference. I gotta stick with Guinness, my friend.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just like there's something about it just calls my name.
It makes perfect sense, man. This is a very refreshing drink. You're not going to be drinking it looking for very much flavor on it. There's just hints of malt, hints of hops, hints of what you would expect out of a very sort of red amber ale, but very subtle. Whereas Guinness is Guinness. You get that delicious roastiness. The yeastiness is there. Guinness for me too, man. So 4-0 for Guinness so far. Mouthfeel. We got to do a little bit of a mouthfeel refresher here. So let's turn our beer toy back on and let's top these off. There we go. This thing is so much fun to play with.
It's the ultimate beer toy, my friend.
There still is a bit of a surge there, but now that they've been sitting out a little bit and the widget, I guess, has dissipated the gas, there's not as strong of a surge on it. They look eerily similar next to each other. It's the Guinness being dark, ruby red, almost black, and then Kilkenny being a dark ruby red as well, but not that close to black. Which one do you prefer out of the mouthfeel?
Wow, that Kilkenny is like drinking cream. It's just fluffy.
It really is.
It's this is a tough one. I think this might be the toughest in terms of mouthfeel, like because there's differences.
It's true.
But man, how good are they in their own way? Like it's just unbelievable what they've achieved here. The main difference that I find is that the Kilkenny has this very fluffy, extremely, like really the closest thing I can think of is milk. Like it feels like drinking milk. It's so silky. Guinness, on the other hand, is silky and fluffy as we are used to, but I find that there is a bit of an element of surprise. Like you do get some notes of bitterness. Like so you have that fluffiness and then like a little hint of bitterness that like just pops in. I quite like that, so I'm sticking with Guinness. Like I know I'm a little one-noted here, but I think that's what's taking it.
It makes sense. I mean, we're going so deep on this in terms of descriptions on why each one's getting the point. I think you're making your point perfectly clear, and it makes absolute sense because this is like drinking milk. This one, you said the bitterness, there's a little bit of a tingling sensation there that you get with Guinness with the creaminess, right? That is not on the Kilkenny at all. The Kilkenny is just smooth milk. And what I love about the Guinness mouthfeel is that tingling sort of lasts a little bit. It coats your palate, and that bitterness remains, and that tingling sensation across your palate for a good 3-4 seconds. It's Guinness. I actually thought this might have been Kilkenny coming into it. It might have taken the mouthfeel point, but no, that's definitely, it is Guinness. So 6-0 Guinness so far. They've taken the VS battle, but is Kilkenny going to get a point somewhere? Let's see what the finish. What do you think?
Let's see. I will say one thing about the Kilkenny experience. It's consistent from the aroma, the taste, the mouthfeel so far, and we'll see about the finish, but it's absolutely consistent, and it's very drinkable. So, kudos to the brewers here. Like, they know what they're doing. To me, it just comes down to, I just like that, like, as we always said, like, it's a beer bracket signature, the chocolate in the distance, the roastiness in the distance of the Guinness that just, like, gives you that last final goodbye, the Irish goodbye, that then, like, it's waiting for you to get back in the glass. So, Guinness takes the point, my friend.
There's just not enough character on the Kilkenny to surpass Guinness, because they're in the same category. They're easy drinking nitro beers. Some people would think Guinness is not easy drinking if you're not a big beer drinker. I've seen videos of people like at the Guinness storehouse who do the tour. They're there and they get their free pint of Guinness at the end and like, oh, it tastes like an ashtray or it tastes like dirt. So everything within context. But if you are a beer drinker, if you do appreciate beer, then you know that Guinness is an easy drinking stout. Nobody's fooled by that. Nobody thinks it's a robust, complex beer in comparison to some craft stouts that are put out there, right? But in the context of this, easy drinking nitro beers, Kilkenny is very easy drinking, and it's much more subtle than Guinness. So it's hard. It's hard for it to take a point over it. I definitely give it to Guinness. Again, the characters just come through so much more. And the Kilkenny, you almost have to really search for the characters to pull them out. Malt, hop, they're in there, but they're very slight, which makes this extremely drinkable, extremely light. Something that if you're just looking for something refreshing, or if you know somebody who might not be the biggest beer fan, but you think they'd get a kick out of something that is still a beer, still tastes like beer, but is very smooth drinking, then Kilkenny is definitely for them. And I think that's the purpose that this beer serves. So as an overall beer experience, buddy, from beginning to end, obviously Guinness has a sweep so far, but how would you characterize the experiences for both of these?
I'm going to latch on to what you were just describing. I think it comes down to where you are in your beer journey. There's different things to be appreciated in each one of those beers at different levels, and depending on when you're introduced to those beers and where you are and what you also like, of course. For me, because I got introduced to Guinness very early on and I fell in love with it, like the Kilkenny is almost a little too subtle. So because they're in the similar realm and they have like similar characteristics, and I'm so used to Guinness, it's very difficult for me to think of a more subtle version of a beer that I would like more. But the flip side of this argument is if you're placing yourself in a very early stage of your beer exploration and you're trying to approach beer and you're trying to understand where to go and whatnot, I think Kilkenny is a phenomenal beer because it has like incredible aroma, very consistent, easy drinking, and it have a very smooth and easy finish, while still having all the good characteristics of a beer. Because of the personal history and the attachment I have to Guinness and the fact that it has that more character, that's what is taking the overall point. Like,
yeah, I agree 100%. There's just so much more character there with Guinness. And what I just said, I mean, this is appealing for certain type of people looking for a certain thing. I really enjoy it. I like it. I've never taken a sip of Kilkenny that I didn't really enjoy. But putting them side by side like this in the battle of the light, crushable, easy drinking Irish nitro beers, Guinness definitely takes it. It takes the overall point. Well, there you go, everybody. Like I just said, the battle of the Irish easy drinking crushable nitro beers. Guinness takes the point. Let us know down below. What do you think of Kilkenny? What do you think of Guinness? Which one do you prefer? Have you had either of these on tap? Let us know down below. And click that beer bell. YouTube's going to let you know when we're in the pub so you can come back and hang out with us.
That's very important. And no matter what you do, don't forget to close your beer brackets.
Never forget. Never forget. It's lunch, everybody.
Cilantro.